What's up guys? Today we'll be checking out 1995's Heat on 4K Blu-ray. Of course, this isn't a review on how good or bad the movie is, although I think it is well known that it is one of the greatest films ever made. I'm just going to share some of my thoughts on the audio and the video quality. Now let's go over a few tech specs. The movie was shot on 35mm. It's got a 4K DI. It's rated R. Runtime is 170 minutes, and the aspect ratio is 239:1. So there are black letterbox bars, and the audio is in DTS HD 5.1. So it's got the same audio mix that's been on the older Blu-ray for years, so nothing's changed there. The best sounding part of this mix is going to be the shootout in Chapter 32, and I'd even say it sounds better than many ATMOS mixes that are out there right now, despite only being 5.1. If for some reason you've never seen the film, the gunshots in the scene are so lifelike in that you can hear the echo after each shot reverberate down the city street. It's like you're in the middle of a real robbery. Besides that, there isn't a whole lot of action, so it's mostly dialogue heavy with light ambiance in the surround channels. Now there are some scenes where dialogue can be a little hard to hear because characters are either whispering or having a quiet conversation, so you might find yourself reaching for the remote.
Take off with me for a while.
Bass response has some potent kick from the gun shootout mentioned earlier, and pretty much any other time that guns come into play, although it's not something that's going to give your subs all that much to do. If you're new to the channel and you're into new movies and audio and video gear and want to see more content like this, be sure to tap the subscribe button for new weekly videos. As for video quality, this looks pretty much like the other 4K versions out there. It's a little more refined than the digital stream, especially if you're watching on a larger screen, but this looks the same as what's on the Kaleidoscope. Compared to the 1080p Blu-ray, it does have finer detail and it is a touch sharper, but it's not a night and day difference. The biggest thing again is if you're watching on a larger screen, you can see how much better the compression is on the 4K version. It's crisper and tighter, and the grain structure isn't as noisy and all over the place as it is on the standard Blu-ray. Where things are really different between the 4K and the 1080p versions is going to be with the HDR. When comparing the two, it was like watching Free Guy all over again. The regular Blu-ray is clearly brighter and the colors are richer with a more natural tone. The 4K version is vastly dimmer. When comparing the truck heist in Chapter 4, the 1080p version looks as if the robbery is happening during the day, while the 4K version looks like it's overcast and it's about to rain. The whites are bright white on the Blu-ray, while the whites are more grayish on the 4K. Black levels are dangerously close, if not crushing details in the shadows, and during the darker scenes it can be hard to tell what's going on in many shots. Now supposedly the DVD has a better color palette instead of this darker look that's on the 4K, but I can't see anyone choosing that over the more detailed 1080p and 4K versions. That being said, this is a nice little upgrade in resolution and compression over the 1080p disc. You might like the brighter Blu-ray over the 4K version, but the 4K's got slightly better gradational tones and it is a bit better for sharpness and clarity. It's just got a very dim picture, so I'm gonna go with a 7.5 for video. For audio, I'm gonna go 8.5. All those great sounding scenes were demo-worthy back in 1995, and they're still demo-worthy right now. Dialogue can be kind of hard to hear at times, but overall, it is still a great sounding mix. So those are my thoughts on Heat on 4K Blu-ray. Have you guys gotten a chance to see it, and if so, which one do you prefer? The standard Blu-ray or the 4K Blu-ray? Leave a comment down below and let us know. Now, if you do want to grab this disc, I'll leave some links for it down below in the video's description. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you want, you can follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content or great discounts on audio and video gear, then stop by our Patreon page. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next video.